So Traces is a community dance performance which is involving 80 dancers, generally people that dance with us as a company through community dance classes, and we also have one group of professional dancers as well who are joining us for the piece. And it's actually about what people do, or the traces that they leave, or the traces that the environment leaves in the woodlands.
1,298, 1,299, 1,200.
5, 6, 7.
So I needed to use white objects to show up in the landscape, so that the dancers and everything were showing up. So we decided to use white balloons for that first space.
I'm working with a fantastic visual artist called Mary Branson, and she had a number of kind of objects and props that we were talking about potentially using. So we tried those in the space, we played with the...
Chalk circles, which I particularly like because I think it fits really well with the woodland space. When we first went and did our site visit over there, there were lots of mushroom circles, and so that was a sort of response to that space. We started making chalk circles where the mushroom circles were, and then all the sound to do with that was all the sound is spinning sounds. So roulette wheels, spinning coins, helicopters.
I was looking after were 2 primary schools, so we're looking at children aged 7 to 11, and both schools I have worked with quite a bit in the past.
Where are you?
I decided to look at the simple idea of, if we go out for a walk in the woods, what do we wear? And one of the things that we always try and wear, especially if it's cold and it's winter time, we wear something warm and woolly and get wrapped up. And I thought, I know where we can get some ideas to make patterns for our dancing and shapes and crossing over travelling sequences, and that was from the actual knitting patterns.
Wanted to do something about the weather and do a wind dance and the rain, and so we used white umbrellas.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, 10.
1, 2, 3.
I was actually, and this is one of the fascinating things I find, I don't just watch a performance, I watch the audience as well. And you could see where the main body of the audience were watching and observing, but I noticed some people that had just happened upon it and were walking down the pathway and they were just looking and they were completely engaged in what was going on, and that was great, really great.
And throughout the woodlands, what we've done is we've left traces of the performance, but it's also about traces of play. And the work, the materials that we've used, like the chalk and the feathers, they can remain here. And I would imagine that the public will be coming into these spaces in the next few days, and they'll be wondering what went on, but they'll be able to play with all these traces that we've left behind.